wanted this role? What was it that got you hooked?
I don't think anybody did. You know, I think everyone wanted to see a reason why you know, this next installment should be worthy of the mythology. And you know, I in my own mind, I kind of felt like the mythology was probably done. There wasn't anything left. But we all agreed, well, nothing had been seen post-Judgment Day. We'd only ever seen the machines arriving in modern-day LA, a couple of them, you know, going rampant on the streets. We'd never seen this future, this post-Judgment Day future, and that became fascinating to me and felt like that was a movie I would want to see and something which could recreate the excitement that I was a part of in watching T2.
I was going to ask you, how Terminator savvy were you before taking
You know,
this on?
I mean, it's savvy, I know it. Don't start getting into, you know, dates and real details. I was up on them whilst we were making it, but I have a memory that gets things very quickly and forgets them equally quickly. But I had seen the movies and had just remembered that real great atmosphere and enjoyment from T2 and wanted to be a part of trying to recreate that in Salvation.
John Connor, very complicated guy. He's got a lot going on there.
He's got a lot of issues.
Yeah, I'd say just a few. Was there any way or special way that you kind of prepared to get into this guy's mental state?
You know, I mean, I watched the other movies, obviously, but I mean, he's a very changed man. He's become a man. He's you know, and he's a warrior now, and it's post-Judgment Day, so anybody would have been changed very radically. You know, we have to provide some the human story that keeps us as an audience you know, interested. It has something that we can apply ourselves to. You know, I'm under no delusions. I want to go see this movie because I want to see the action. I want to have that excitement. Of course, I want to have some of the human story, but ultimately, I want to see the machines. You know, I want to see the machines, and I want to see the fight between the machines. And that's what excites me. And whatever we can do outside of that to flesh it out is wonderful, but it ain't the main theme, you know?
Was there a defining moment for you on set? Because as you say, the explosions, the robots, like when you actually saw some footage, did it blow you away?
It was actually much later in the day because I'd gotten accustomed to seeing the models around on the set, and the Stan Winston guys, you know, they manipulate them wonderfully. The sets were magnificent. The special effects were incredible, just in the sheer, you know, size and force of some of the explosions that we were setting off out there. That's phenomenal. But then when you start to see the CGI work and then perfecting that, then that's really awesome, because I have no talent in anything technological whatsoever. So I have no clue of how they do these things. So it just amazes me. And I appreciate that so much, because that clearly makes or breaks the movie. If they don't do their job perfectly, then it doesn't matter what we've done.
Yeah,
at all.
Dark, grimy, gritty, very dirty set. I just
Right.
need to know how many showers you took at the end of every day.
Not too many, you know. You know, it's like, what's the point? We just worked a long day. We're dirty, we're grimy, we're out in the sand, there's wind everywhere, and you know what? We're going to be back here in 8 hours' time, so what's the point?
Exactly. Go to bed dirty. What does your wife care, really,
Right.
honestly? Working with somebody like Sam Worthington, boy, is he ever a good Marcus. Going toe-to-toe with that guy. What impressed you about him?
Well, you know, it did need that. You know, actually, the first script that I'd read, I mean, I was only meant to work on this movie for about 7 days or something. Connor was a very small part in the movie, but everybody agreed that the story just wasn't really working. And so we started again from page one, and I just said, look, okay, you know, just write whatever is the best story, whether that has Connor in it a lot or a little, just it's got to be better. But there was always the character of Marcus throughout every version of the script, and it's a real fascinating character, needed a wonderful actor. I love the idea of casting somebody who really knew what they were doing but was pretty unknown in the States, which Sam is, and he won't be for very long. He's done an awful lot of movies, and he's a great actor. He doesn't act like he's an actor. I like him personally, and I think that it wouldn't have been the same movie without him.
Why do you think that John Connor ends up trusting him? I mean, his whole life he was told, don't trust machines.
Exactly. It's a nice conundrum that he comes to, because you know, he's fighting Skynet, but it really is like a guy just chucking sticks and stones at, you know, this fortress. There really is nothing that they can truly do. And Marcus gives him an opportunity, kind of a Trojan horse, you know, of being able to get inside, and it goes against everything, like you said, everything that he's learned, everything that he's taught himself, everything that he has demanded of everybody else, but he has to go against all of his principles and all of his education and this one-time trust somebody. And it could be, you know, the worst mistake he's ever made, but he has to do it.
take his leap of faith.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic job as always, and I can't wait to see you in Public Enemies. You and Johnny Depp, man, that's gonna rock. Can't wait.